Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's I'm going to be reviewing the new Mini Cooper two-door. This is a JCW. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Mini of Murray for giving me some time with this two-door. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbo 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 7-speed dual clutch. It puts out 228 horsepower and then 280 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting up top, this still has the clamshell hood, not sure what else to call it, but basically the hood goes over the headlights, so it's kind of cool when you open up the hood and the headlights stay in place. And of course you've got the oval headlights, which are a signature of Minis. You've got the blacked out Mini badge here, and you can see John Cooper Works down below, and then I think the grill's really cool looking in general. Got some red accent on either side too. But yeah, putting it all together, I mean, still looks like a Mini, right? Our tire wheel setup is 205 by 45 by 17, and we actually have pretty big fender flares, which gives us a more aggressive stance. You can see the rest of the bodywork there at the bottom is painted to match. And then these are, I mean, the mirrors on this are huge for how small the car is. You've got a cool looking door handle. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it just works with the overall style quite well. And then you can see again the size. The two-door is not a very big car, but that's the point. It's a Mini. This leads us to the key fob. We've got the Mini logo there on the back, and then on the front we've got our lock and our remote start. On the side we've got our unlock, and then the unlock for the hatch as well. It also pops it a little bit, but it is manual for the hatch itself. We've got a little cargo cover built in from the factory. Now again, you're not going to have a crazy amount of storage space. I guess we'll take this for later. We'll throw that up front. Anyways, you don't have a crazy amount of storage space, but it's kind of like a two-door fun driving sports car, right? These new taillights are actually kind of crazy looking. They almost look like a moth eye or something like that, is one way that I could see it. I mean, it still obviously makes the British flag with the lighting element, but just the whole thing together, very insect-like. See all the rest of the badging here on the back. And then look at this with the singular exhaust tip there in the center. I don't think I've ever seen that before in the car industry. That is unique, but that's the thing about Minis. They are unique. And you have the spoiler there up top. This is a cool looking car. Now popping inside, we've got nice cloth type trim up top, and there's some soft touch where you rest your arm. You get normal stuff like your window controls, mirror adjustments, mirrors power fold in, blind spot running with the mirrors as well. And then look at these front seats. It's pretty cool with the kind of bucket type design. You've got memory seat function, power adjustments. Look at the pedals. Love the style on that. And that's like half this car is just the stylized elements. Anyways, more of that cloth trim on the dash. Now I do want to take a quick look at the back seats here. You can see they actually have really nice trim all down the center. Spacing back there again is not going to be massive. This is a two-door car. I mean, look at this as like a sports car, but they do give you a little, here's a little tab right there, tab to basically just jump through the side here. If you guys are wondering on the weight of this car, let's see how much this weighs. So 782 is the payload. Gross vehicle weight rating is 3,800. So this weighs about 3,200 pounds. Roughly. So lightweight for modern standards. Very lightweight. And ooh. Now this new steering wheel is really fun. So you got the Mini logo front and center, and then you can see John Cooper Works there at the bottom. And look at that. For one of the spokes. That's so cool looking. You have paddles there on the back of the steering wheel as well. And then really nice perforated trim, so it kind of has a sportier feel. And then you got normal practical controls there on either side for stuff like cruise control on that side, for example. Now, this I would consider a heads-up display, but it does have some important information. As you can see, you can use this as a speedometer, but then they also have the actual gauge cluster there in the center with the speedometer. But it's nice having both of them, so if you just want to look forward, you have the option. We've got a 360 camera system with this, really good resolution, so that's definitely a nice thing. Not necessary because it's a small car, but it's always nice to have. As for the rest of the center stack here, I mean, this is your infotainment system, and I like how you've got the little power gauge there. That's kind of cool to see. But yeah, this is really fun with the overall setup. It's obviously fully digital, but it still kind of has like a retro look to a lot of the elements. And I think that it makes this, I mean, that's so cool for the climate, for example. I think it makes this definitely more of an experience when you use the system versus just a regular, you know, tablet that most cars have. I do also want to mention that this does have heated seats and heated steering wheel, and I love changing the temperature. I think that that's kind of actually fun to do. We do have some physical controls down below for like the transmission select, for example, your engine stop start, experiences, that's the drive modes, and you know, the volume control, and then more below that. But I want to show you guys the experiences. So this one was called balance. Then you have timeless. I'll just quickly show you guys these because that actually changes a lot and has a fun little noise too. Vivid. Interesting. Oh, okay, so that's kind of like for audio, for music, and then personal. I mean, that makes sense, right? That's going to be your custom mode. Green, which we assume would be eco. Man, this is kind of fun. Core is probably like your normal mode. Go-kart. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that's cool. Got some storage down here, phone charging pad as well, and then got this little kind of container. That's fun with the loop that you pull up. And then you got some USBs there as well. And then this is nice with the kind of dash design. And then we do have a center up top in the front and over in the rear. So here's a quick look at the Windows sticker. This does have a few items added to it. Total MSRP there, $44,180. Let's see how it performs. Well, let us set off in the new Mini two-door. I will say, I'm glad that the two-door version of the Mini doesn't have as much BMW, I guess, as the what was it, the Countryman that I reviewed. I think the Countryman's a really nice car, but they did kind of, I think it's like an X1. They did take the X1 and they kind of that and the Countryman are kind of like the same car now, whereas this has more of a unique feel, which I think is important for the two-door. Now again, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because again, you gotta look at the Countryman. It's like, you get that, like, this is like true Mini enthusiast. The Countryman, you're still a Mini enthusiast, you like the looks and everything, but you're also, you know, you're conceding things by going to kind of an SUV setup. So not a critique on it, just glad that this is still a lot more, I would say, unique looking and kind of feeling with the interior and all of that. But I mean, you know, like, there is some BMW switchgear, which is not a problem. BMW is a nice high-end brand, so I don't have a problem with that at all. Yeah, I love this little center console thing. Like, it's little things like this, little tactile touch points that really make the Mini when it comes to the interior. And okay, that's kind of cool. You get little pops out of the exhaust. I don't know if that's piped in audio. Sounds like it might be, but it sounds cool either way. It says good power, of course. Let's try timeless. See what that feels like. Now I will say, Minis are so nice. First off, although it's a small car, you sit pretty low in the car, and it's got a pretty boxy design, so even if you're a tall person, you can and I think I've got, yeah, I can even lower the seat even more. You can, like, big people can fit in Minis. That's one of the things that's really cool. And they also have like an open design here with the center, so it just feels spacious for being such a small car. And that's why, like, I always pay attention to like who's driving a Mini, and a lot of times I'll see, and it'll be like a bigger person driving a Mini. It's like, yeah, it's funny, but once you get into one of these, you understand, like, yeah, it's got the space. Also, the torque is impressive too. That is one nice thing about Mini sharing a lot with BMW, is they get BMW powertrains, and BMW makes some of the best engines just ever. Their 4-cylinder turbo, which this has, is absolutely fantastic. It's really torquey on the low end, And it's got the responsiveness that just makes sense for a Mini. Yeah, I think the damping is really quite good. It has this nice kind of planted feel. I appreciate that. And the seats are pretty comfortable too. They got that kind of snug bucket type feel, but overall very comfortable. And you could easily daily drive this if you wanted to, by the way. Very, very easily. Such a fun car. It is such a fun car. So, summary with the little Mini Cooper here. I think this has great power. It's fun to drive. It's quick. It's definitely quick. Looks, I mean, the looks is a big part of the Minis too. But here's what I'll say, I think is the most important thing is, with this new Mini two-door, they have maintained the Mini feel. It still drives and looks, and just sitting in it, it feels like a Mini. I was worried that, like I said, there was gonna be a little bit too much BMW, but no, it's fine. So they did a really good job with, I would say, taking the best of the what they can from BMW and kind of mixing that in with the Mini elements to create a really solid product. But let me know your thoughts.